Now, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Blood Service, NBS, Dr. Justina Kodai-Ansah, has said that the bank is in dire need of blood to save the lives of patients who require blood transfusion to survive. Dr. Justina Kodai-Ansah and the blood centers across the country had their stocks depleted because of the effects of COVID-19. The situation has reached a point where the facilities can barely meet the demand from hospitals. Dr. Ansah added that in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, members of the public were hesitant to donate blood because of the fear of being infected by the virus. In a phone interview earlier, Dr. Justina Kodai-Ansah noted that the country's blood bank has never been self-sufficient. Meanwhile, Ghana needs 30,000 units of blood to survive as a country.
In normal times, I would say we are not in normal times. As we know, we are a COVID-19 pandemic. But even in normal times, we have not really been self-sufficient as a country.
Okay.
When I talk about self-sufficient, it means that we should be able to collect 1% of our population. That is by WHO definition for a medium-income country like ours. So even in normal times, we have not been able to, we are not self-sufficient. But you know, we are in abnormal times when where 50% or more than 50% of where we collect our blood supply, that's from schools, home, religious organizations are virtually not meeting, corporate organizations, some are working from home and all that. And in addition, there is also the imposition of restricted movement by persons resident in Greater Accra and Greater Kumasi. So this compounds the issue because you cannot have a group, you know, like mass blood donations to collect your blood. So that already poses a problem, that you do not have the normal people that you would in meeting in groups. And of course, we also need to be responsible and ensure that we are not having groups meeting. So what is happening now is that we have moved from mass blood donations or collections to having appointment systems where people make an appointment through a donor call center, or we call the donors whose numbers we have, and then they come in both in Accra and Kumasi at the moment because those are the restricted areas. But in other places where it's not restricted, they don't need to go through the donor call center. So we already are disadvantaged because now we need to depend on appointment system and not meeting groups to collect blood. So that has compounded the already existing issue. So that is why now we really need to call for people to come to our aid to donate blood.
So how has this method of blood collection been like?
It's ongoing, but as you would know, it is not really like having a group, because what happens is that we move into the community, okay, to collect blood. Let's say we go to schools, religious organizations, corporate organizations. So we move in there. It's in their environment. You set up, collect the blood, bring it back, and come and process. But now we are calling people to come to designated sites. In the regions, all the regional hospitals, in the blood centers, Accra, Kumasi, Stanley, you move. And then what we have done is that we have now written to people in designated in the communities to give their facilities so that we can send our people to set up and then collect. Also, whilst doing that, ensuring the social distancing, keeping out all the protocols that you need to ensure for this time like this. So you now have to change the modus operandi, which is going to the people, but now getting people to come. And you know, it's difficult. Already, it is our culture is not in the people get up and just come and donate blood. So we've had to do extra work to get people coming. It's not been like moving out to the get blood. So that is why we really have this shortage. Yeah. A person who has gone through all the process can only donate 1 unit of blood. And where we say 1 unit is 450 mils, which is just a little less than a sachet, the normal sachet water. Normal sachet water is 500 mils. But a person donates 450 mils. And this 450 mils includes the anticoagulant. Anticoagulant is a solution in the blood bag that prevents the blood from clotting, because you don't want the blood that you're going to use to transfuse processed and eventually transfused to a patient who have clotted. So there's an anticoagulant. So and the anticoagulant, including what the person has donated, is 450 mils, which is a little less than what a sachet water contains. Well, as a country, we're talking about
A father of 4 who has recovered from the coronavirus disease in Ghana recounted how he was diagnosed with the disease, his fears of imminent death, the wailing of his family, and his amazing recovery following treatment. Mr. Frederick Dra said he tested positive for COVID-19 on Wednesday, March 18th, when he visited the Tema Polyclinic after suffering from fever and a sudden dryness in his throat. According to him, he did not think he would survive the disease. He urged all to stay at home as much as possible and to resist any temptation to step out unless it is so essential. He said since being discharged on Sunday, March 22nd, his family has faced stigmatization from the community. He therefore took the opportunity to urge the public to desist from stigmatizing against people who have suffered from the disease.
I was tested positive on the 17th March. That was one Tuesday, 12:15 a.m. to get to Wednesday. I was there lying on bed and I realized that I was feeling feverish and I was finding that my throat was drying within the shortest time. So I called my wife. She gave me some paracetamol, 2 tablets of paracetamol. COVID-19, let me tell you, that is real. COVID-19, coronavirus, it is real. I'm telling everyone here that this virus, it is real. So please, and please, try and obey the lockdown, washing of hands, social distance, all other that they be saying in the media and so on. Let us try and obey. I don't think every normal human being can be drinking water within the shortest time like that. Within the shortest time that I take water, my throat is dried. So I have to be continuing taking water, COVID-19 is real. Now, when someone is being tested positive, brethren, I thought that when I go, maybe 3rd day I'll die. But when I went there, I realized that it's not like that. I went and I'm back. People also go and they'll be back. So when you're tested positive, please, just go to the health centers so that they can take good care of you. They'll send you wherever you're supposed to go, then you come back. COVID-19 and coronavirus and if you say baby over no, you don't know. Me jitum say be Korea for be but I can't see it with my naked eye to say that it was from this man, it was this man. So it can happen to anybody. A bit to be so. And we are at that Jordan by the Seregi, Bonu Kumata Bonabedi. Me do to government a ponu for Bemino Homer, never go to Igava one anako, no Homer. Opera see, open our own can I use sanitizer, I go to a cinche. Pano Hadomio. No winema and no skeba COVID Siama Vago. Kakane baby a set to buy a man kata grown government la must go. Kahama on toy no agbepla kudomi kakaya ho adam. Mi wioni kemo fiamu nenishi COVID-19 leleni Inkwe TV mi na chi mepi still a hey chi COVID-19 alo coronavirus here no eye e mo mi gbele yin e nyumo drumo imba wo mi kenye fashi nye bomo jinye ye kenye na shimokolo wen na eku e no twashi mo bonyo jine mi bien to ne je mo bonyo jimi no kuno ko efemi e ho wale mi ye ni mi ya mi ba ni han wo botu government e no ne ke wo fe no wo fo fe ko obey ko ye na tunu ko mami alo na Africa very important tashia just with the government tashia ni ke sebi no ko ye matimi no ifo woni bi ka ye no ya passion COVID-19 eye in communities women.
Now, some residents of Korle Ghana, also known as KG in the Greater Accra region, have expressed their concern over the restriction of movement imposed on some hotspot areas for COVID-19, lamenting that starvation was setting in. Some of the residents who spoke to Adoatv's Isaac Otu in separate interviews grumbled about hunger as they could no longer get out in search of their daily bread due to the lockdown. Isaac has more on this report.
The extension of the lockdown is expected to add to the hardship of millions of Guineans living hand to mouth. The government has pledged a series of support measures to ease the financial burden for the most vulnerable. But there have been widespread complaints that not enough is being done for those facing hunger. Currently, Adwa News, we are at Korle Ghana, a suburb in the Ablekuma South constituency, where vast majority of residents here depend on daily wages. They have to go out to get money and buy food to put on the table for their family. Now we are asking for the next 1 week that the restriction of movement has been extended to. They are going to stay at home with no work and no chance of getting money. How are they going to feed themselves and the family? But then we've been told that government has been sharing food for them. These people here are still grumbling about hunger.
We are tired. We are suffering. We are pretty suffering in Korle Ghana. The president come and help us because when they come to share the food, they give the food to NDC people and MPP people. Looking their faces before they give. My first physical seeing it. They are giving to NDC people and MPP people.
They are distributing it on partisan basis.
Yes, it's not good at all. They should come and share the things in according to. You see, not according from. If you come to share things, go to house and share it. But don't come and stand on the middle of the junction and you are sharing it. It is not fine.
So the way it's being shared is not good at all.
It's not good at all. When they come, they'll come and stop here. And they come and they are
crowd.
All crowd. It's COVID-19. It's not.
They are not practicing social distancing.
They are saying long distances. Sure. So they have to come house to house and share it. That will be fine. If you come to my house and you see 5 children, share to them. Or you see old lady, you give to them. But when they come, they stand here, no, they are sharing it. It is not in conspiracy.
It's not
in comparison. Yes. So talk to them and they should come and help us in Korle Ghana. So that's
we are dying out of hunger.
We are dying. We are dying in Korle Ghana. Seriously. We don't sleep here. If you sit down, no, they are coming here. You have to run and get inside.
Why are you outside when you've been told to stay?
But we are sitting our house to house.
Of your homes.
Yes. Yes. I'm sitting in front of my house. But you will see, no, they shout.
They say you should go indoors. Stay indoors.
So I should lock myself inside. How can I lock myself? Please, we are begging the president and everything. They should come and help us in Korle Ghana. We're there in KG. You know KG. This is KG. Korle Ghana. So tell the president they should come and help.
Some of the residents in Korle Ghana also lamented about water problems in the area. They appealed to the management of the Ghana Water Company Limited to urgently address the situation as Ghana and the world at large continues to try curtailing the further spread of the deadly novel coronavirus, whereas washing of hands and the running water with soap plays a vital role to reduce the risk of infection. They also stressed that they have not had water supply for a while. Yes, they receive monthly bills. Isaac has some more.
Residents of Korle Ghana, a suburb in the Ablekuma South constituency, are lamenting over access to water as their taps are not flowing for some months now. They are appealing to the management of the Ghana Water Company Limited to urgently address the situation as Ghana continues to fight against the spread of the deadly novel coronavirus. The situation has become very worrying as washing of hands with soap and running water plays a vital role to reduce risks of getting infected to COVID-19. Speaking to one Madam Lydia, she said, We are pleading with Ghana Water Company Limited to solve our situation. We don't have water yet to bring our monthly bills for us to pay. And how can this continue when they don't supply us water? Have been billed since November, yet still haven't had any water supply since November.
Now you see, it's one back. Now we see a rules. It's a devil the bill back into your farm. Chom boy pipe in my. Na yenyan so na yen fa rules. It's in November pipe in and by but yet ya bill November, December, January. Yet ya but February, March dear. Maybe by. It's your farm. Chom boy my na yesu. Yenya free ni bi na yen use. Your wife don't free and Kobia or over to me about good free. But he never think you'll be outside. No Kobu and to your palm chombu, my name to free to the young for so be na use. Bucket back with 80 pesos.
One resident also sharing her concern, she said she has been compelled to sleep outside as the tap only flows at 11 to 12 midnight. Therefore, she has to sleep outside in order to store enough water when it flows, and it's affecting her health.
The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has put measures in place to cater for vulnerable in the society over the spread of COVID-19 and partial lockdown in some parts of the country. As part of the measures, the ministry will provide 2 meals each day to the vulnerable for the next few days of the lockdown. Two caterers who spoke to Adoatv recommended the initiative. Nafale Kwako has more on this report.
We are still in the second phase of the lockdown between Accra, Kumasi and Tema, and today happens to be Thursday. We are at Awoshi Lafa, and as we speak we are at a particular place where the food or some foods that will be shared by the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection is being cooked. This is where the meal is being prepared from. And so we are here to talk to some of the caterers. We'd ask them how they get the food items because market centers or most of the big market centers have been closed down. We'd do well to talk to them and then find out more from them. The food has been prepared. They are done with everything. So they're trying to clean the compound and then probably stay and then start tomorrow's dishes as well. I can see that some foods are being packaged. We are going to ask them today's menu, the time, and how it was all prepared. I can see today's menu happens to be banku and some fish and then a bit of pepper and all that. So we're going to talk to some of them to find out how the cooking of the dish actually started. Mama G, you tell me back at the ballet and over Fata, you can again COVID-19 in our
Funny, me in touch again and constituency deputy women's organizer. Kaha MPP. Kaha Ghana myself. Be an again. Warfare coming. Of an intentional MP. Came I care, none only president. Momo someone tell my platform I care. Nitimo, if I have couldn't care about where concern MPA. Benny, if I care, couldn't have no intentional. Ni MPA then take a woman organizer. Oh, not nearly a care who nearly COVID-19.
Benny and any of the nearly.
Sunday, the manner to English.
That became any potential.
That is men and fair banku. Yanaka who watch a wall like a garlic macaroni.
Oh, I mean, nearly potential.
War mafia jollof. Hello, plain rice.
What day potential can nearly be a show, be a dano.
Oh, me don't check and get no me a Jan, me a jella.
I can shower warding.
Oh, Father, I can shower warding. Never can me a ham is done in jella. Men and me will get it, no. Me a scout, my Jan, my. I do go home, what you come about what she tough letter. Jemukumi every day, we know 260 pieces. 260 pieces, that is. Any JPNP, what were you to 8? That care, warfare, I care. every constituency had 2,000 pieces. It was Jamao. When I say Mokumeka in Alumi Mali.
I mean, like, oh, needless. When I say over to Nicole, Oyata, no lays. It's a no Kayata, me, nobody say. Ni fell favorable. Of yam. Or being in the about Janina Lume, time for the Ababa. Oh, I'm about within 1 o'clock. No, I'm about Namalo. Oh, Fanny, I make a buyer municipal assembly. Kakete municipal assembly. Keke, I'm a denture, I'm about assembly, I'm a badger. First, more Johnny, municipal Keda, he told me now, Kebahan. I didn't know you could say, and say, Moon, you are most Adriana, I know, a rice. A rice na ye dudu, but ye bonku dokunu, but dudu on ye moon na ye noa. I think so. Say, Namu ye 500 before, this year, it's about 260. And ye be anti Nintemono. A bit pientem ninty. I had to say a conipa baku, wha, ye vienintem. And I had yachi ma market dress nibi, the way at Tama, ye feed ya and a bit me a gadain, I bit me a gadanintem. Time at least by 10 the year. 10 why my year. And then a jollof. And now you're 260. 260 packs. Now we end pack back here. Pack back we 5 city. The 5 cities as soon as you can protect. Yeah, we manage because they say baby at the end of our coduna say in a bois. Na intimum bois the omunia holding. Inti to say a bois into a dear hoarding.
A section of residents on the Nashika Road in Adoatv official town have complained about attitude of caterers and sharing of food items for every household. And the residents say they are not able to go out to work, which is hindering their source of livelihood. And when food is being shared, they receive little to nothing from those in authority. They are appealing to government to rather share uncooked food items instead of cooked foods.
We are at the Dakuman official town, precisely the Nashika Road, and we came to speak to some caterers who are preparing the food to be shared to the vulnerable and the less privileged in the society in these COVID-19 scare days. And as we speak, some residents of the Nashika Street in official town are complaining that the food that are being shared are not given to them. They did not even receive a bag of rice. So they are pleading with government to come to their aid to give them at least a 5-kilo bag of rice.
Medical Nashika Street, Dakum of Shata. Now, says no, near a higher Kakran say, a woman say, a ban say, emptiness, move. Now, Yatia, you will fear Yimpi. My Diano, Momuch said. Aduane na wo mo che no ebi wo ha wo ma no a ebi susu wo ha ye no a ba yen de yenya bi aduane na wo ne wo ma no no ne a wo mo eno a na yenya bi ena aduane so wo no ano obi wo ha ondi mako obi kura ondi anwa nti senke be ya na ban betunya obama ya aduane no dia ende saa na aku ska street a ye wo official town we nu also yemono also beble ye bi no obe yemo ene anwa ene anyoma o chebia na o ma ye bi na ye nso ye den yemfa enye den endi na ye ntena fie because ye nya se aduane na aye den ya obi wo ha okwa ansa no wadidi nti wan hwe a ode by force ebekọ nti yesram
mpacho ba kun so e wo mni se dan ye te an ye hu se o ma nua mo wo parking ti se o mo de serve ayi party ase na o mo de be cheche mo obi kura ponya mo na ase e no de ma efi ho na enu anu no afa di o mo kan se ansa no be cheche o mo parking mo na ye de be nua no a cheche o mo be so mu di ansa nti o mo ye te ha ye hu amane o mo be bo an ni se mi sisi wo mi se me matine konwa so mi sisi mi nko baabi me come be me ba ba man bi edi no ono ankasa mu otifie so bolo ne makoto sesi ameni nti me sra ban say ya kan wo bi nko ada akoma Nashka Street yan de ye hu de ye ko
fa cho mi de fra bi stefia ye Nashka Street da akoma na I say ye nyina ye Ghana for e na asam aba ye nyina ye nim ye se me to ade wo krom me ma me o 70 plus on tiapo but nka me kon kakra me kon abehwe because of this story ninti asem nti ma bet na fie na aban se obeboa ye nyina fe dia asanye no ye kan Ghana ho enso about to be wie mu anopa company be nyina ye to aba ye paniye ye yibi fi so de bi si so afi dia be bi dia successful area afi ye ntehwe ye hu hwe even nsuo such at back kra no ye nyo de mayen bi ombo ye reject kra say ye area ha de ye nka ho bi nsuo hu de ekọ be wan say de mu abetwam ye nka say kwabo de but aka mu one bag kra aka be so abatan wom drivers na egu hei omu na omu agi adwuma omu ka na toto atu wa ye ekunafo omu na agi adwuma say na driver fo gu ho na asamu aba ne yatifie na aduane ba ne de asan ye ho aduane ba de asan na ka yo fo nko a na omo de awie pa ni apake de ma na adrafo no omo ye de no mu didi me so me to ade wo krom na me boa me maame yarefo no ye se me maame se me nko mba no me ne maame ni me nua na me mba ye be de ye didi Mr. Penny ni onso to ade ono enu ntie nyina ye tifie se mo amu nim issue dada ye nyina tifie hwe ka se to aso driver fo nyina na egu obi anye adwuma na bo se de mu twam ye di nsuo twam ye di we twam Veronica bucket ye di twam obi enu baba ye mbo just seconds and so say bear point say ye fear ye area.
You're enjoying the evening news here on Adoatv. We'll go for a break. The business news continues shortly.
John, who fini wow, Edi wabwejuma. I check a roofina, or ye fell one casa from Asatek. Oh, na Simon, roofing is about be nice keke. Why the catch hell? Asatek roofing sheet dear, and your nice keke with the bodan swa a chee and rina check. They want a calisa who do for fair be bree. No one free roofing sheet no dear. Who near that will be out. Now so the bodan swa a zero supampe. What means to trauma send your open roofing sheet no? You try the salmon pepe. Mama po Asatek money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers so aware your on-site installation. Ni boss crowd da from pa. Oh yes, quality ni da feminine. Asatek 5 days pay na unsa kan order na we year after sales service proper bin so. Hwehwe Asatek Watema Community 2, Meridian Road, Ebenkoko Board Warehouse, Western Region so Asatek Watakrade Anaji, Yeni Princeland Hotel and the Shinimu, and a Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwino so ha.
Super na wanya pomuden se wo banum nso a hwe hu se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso a yeto ne baby pa asaso ne so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manum super mega mineral water de edanso esan say the modern technology so na aye ede na nkabia ne atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhen wa bewram eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles na wani bosua na okondo nsio wo benya mega purified mineral water to bebia to phone call dodo wa amount Tipa Junction and now for 05070554009 and now 055392108 mega purified mineral water akona kono.
Thanks for staying. It's time for business news. The government of Ghana would spend 1 billion Ghana cedis in absorbing the electricity bills of all domestic and commercial customers, totally for lifeliners and 50% for all others, as promised by the President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, as part of measures to mitigate the economic burden on Ghana's lockdown necessitated by the outbreak of coronavirus in Ghana, which has so far killed 8 out of the 614 confirmed cases with 83 recoveries. This was disclosed by the Energy Minister, Mr. John Peter Amewu, at a media briefing today.
NETCO, a total government relief for all customers is about 47 million Ghana cedis per month, or 141 million Ghana cedis for the 3-month period. This comprises relief of about 10.9 million Ghana cedis per month, or 32.9 million Ghana cedis for 3 months, for a customer population of 569,000 live customers. A percentage representing 60.67% of the total net customers, and 36 million per month, or 108 million for 3 months, for 369,000 non-live customers. Ladies and gentlemen, for VRA, the total government relief is equivalent to 55.5 million Ghana cedis per month, or a total of 166.4 million for 3 months. This comprises the relief for VRA comprises the following: 1. 12 mining customers at 42.4 million per month, or a total of 127.2 million for the 3 months. 2. Value, 4.8 million per month, or a total of 14.4 million for the 3 months. And 3. Other manufacturing customers such as Aluex, Diamond Cement Limited, Savannah Cement Limited, Enclave Power Limited, of which 7.9 million Ghana cedis per month, or a total of 3.7 million for the 3 months. Ladies and gentlemen, overall, the government is providing a cumulative relief of an amount equivalent to about 1 billion Ghana cedis.
It's a cash out for business news. Sports is up next.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it, and wash your hands with soap and the running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868, or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and the running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
Time for sports news. Now, the president of the Ghana Football Association, the GFA, Kurt Okreko, has confirmed to government that its soccer center of excellence can be used as isolation center in countries' fight against the deadly coronavirus pandemic. Speaking at the Ministry of Information's press briefing, Kurt Okreko revealed that as part of the GFA support for government's fight against COVID-19, the Federation offers the facility to be used for free.
Good morning. So, following the passionate appeal by the President of the land, His Excellency Nana Addo, asking all Ghanaians to join the fight against our biggest enemy, the Ghana Football Association, led by the Executive Council, thought that regardless of the fact that we've been going through our own, what we call COVID-18, in the period leading to normalization and beyond, we will not sit down aloof, for which reason we decided that we have a special facility in Pram Pram that can house up to 250 people. It is strategically placed. We decided to offer this facility to the use of government as one of the isolation centers to treat our people, our colleagues, our brothers and sisters who live in Pram Pram and its environs. Now, following that singular decision, we decided, together with the support of the Ministry of Health, the government officials, to engage the chief, the elders, and the youth of Pram Pram and its environs. In the last few days, we've gone through that process successfully, and we can confidently say that the facility is ready to be used by the government free of charge to ensure that our brothers and sisters in Pram Pram and its environs are well taken care of. Together,
Stephen Gerrard has been branded the SPFL's handling of an end-of-season proposal as an absolute mess and called for an independent investigation into the governing body. The Rangers manager was the football show after the championship club ended with a deciding vote on resolution to end the Scottish Champions League, League One and League Two seasons.
Well, I've been obviously watching closely from back home, and it does seem a bit of a mess at the moment. I think Rangers' stance on, and certainly my stance, is I let the suits carry on doing what they're doing. I think that's their job to continue to represent Rangers from that way. But from afar, the SPFL looks an absolute mess, in all honesty. I'm watching ex-players, pundits, I'm reading media, and it's getting absolutely battered from pillar to post, the way it's handled things, certainly in the last couple of days. From my point of view, I think all I ask is for the main leader of the SPFL to show some real leadership in this time. And I think what he has to do now, because there's so many accusations and doubts and questions about this institution, he needs to allow an independent investigation into the setup up there to prove everything wrong and to make sure that there is, fairness and transparency across the board up there in Scotland, because there's so many doubts now, certainly looking in over the last few days. It's so confusing up there at the moment. Well, the SPFL have said that they're open to an internal investigation, and I don't agree with that, because you shouldn't really be allowed to mark your own homework. You know, if you mark your own...
Now, Anthony Joshua has told Tyson Fury that if you really want to say you are number one, come fight me. Every World Heavyweight Championship belt resides in Britain after Fury brilliantly captured the WBC title from Deontay Wilder in February, and Joshua reclaimed the IBF, WBA and WBO gold from Andy Ruiz Jr. in December. Joshua exclusively told Sky Sports that Fury can't claim to be the Division 1 until they meet in the ring.
What that will prove, me and him fighting, is that there will be one dominant figure in the heavyweight division that will have all of the belts and become undisputed. So logically, it says to prove yourself as number one, I have to fight Tyson Fury, he has to fight Anthony Joshua, and it will cause for a great announcement after this whole pandemic.
We'll take a quick turnaround, and entertainment follows shortly.
Nsupa na wanya apomuden. Se wo benum nsu a, hwe hu ni se eye Migo purified mineral water. Eye nsu a yetu ni baby pa. Asaso ni so se kroje. Se wonya Migo purified mineral water bogu ubu a, wo see you manum nsupa. Migo mineral water de edanso. Esan say the modern technology so na ye. Ede na nkabia ni atri. Migo purified mineral water. Bacteria na mhen wa berem. Eye very hygienic. Obia di wadanse. Migo mineral water neatly packaged with 500 ml bottles mu. Na wani bosua na wo donsio. Wo benya Migo purified mineral water to bebia. To phone call dodo wa amount Tipa Junction. And now for 050-7055-409 and now 055-392-1088. Migo purified mineral water. Akona kono.
It's time for some entertainment and news, and after many attaching no seriousness to actress cum rapper Fela McCarthy's first single, Over, it seems Fela had different plans for music, and that is creating a stance to enter the Guinean music industry. From the stables of Pilolo Records, Fela McCarthy has dropped her second single titled No Size, and the song has gotten the needed attention, with many entertainment analysts and critics giving their own verdict to it.
Every day we the ball. Forget the haters, fuck them all. He the bank and he the mall. He the bank and he the mall. I just want a Rari and a coupe. Can't nobody tell me what to do. I don't give a fuck about your crew. I don't give a fuck about your crew. Minute size, minute size, minute size. No size, no size, no size, no size, no size, no size. Minute me a size less. No size, no size, no size, no size, no size, no size. Minute me a size less. Ever gang with the drip, Lamborghini with the sip. I feel pull up for anywhere. Mercedes be the whip.
Indeed, there could be no size attached to Fela McCarthy. Let's see how Sister Debbie responds. And barely few hours before Fela McCarthy released her song, the African mermaid and sensational singer Deborah Vanessa Mensah, known in showbiz circles as Sister Debbie, also dropped her latest song, which she featured on. And the song, originally by Inam, had a verse from Sister Debbie talking about her then boyfriend, now her ex, in a classroom setting. Entertainers and beef lovers are suggesting it's another missile targeted at Fela McCarthy.
It's the derby. Then I talk to my boyfriend, oh, now ex. Where your phone just to send them child texts. Now when him say, they plus me. Now so you want minus me. Then we get plans multiply. But you take a dream, think can divide. Mass way one out compare. A be better I'm a walk and how compare. Or trap make up. Kakalika love spray my top. The derby. Best year ego holla, holla, holla. Later you go 10 bola. Time be money or do I say time. Time be money, oh me, I'm fine. Counterfeit bit in the air, I can't. New leaf, new page, new pants.
Sister lady, please don't vex with me. Please don't argue with me. No comfort.
Well, such a lucky gentleman to have a beef between two fine ladies there. Now let's go on to the international front. A 99-year-old British war veteran has raised more than £4.8 million, equivalent to $6 million, for the country's National Health Service as he aims to complete 100 laps of his garden, aided by a walking frame. Now, Tom Moore, who will turn 100 on April 30th, began the challenge last Thursday to raise money for NHS charities together, which raises funds for UK hospitals, including staff, volunteers and patients affected by the coronavirus crisis. Now, he had originally set a target of raising £1,000 by his 100th birthday and walks 10 laps each day in his garden. But within 24 hours, he exceeded that target and donations continue to flood in. The veteran plans to complete 100 laps by the end of today. And that's it for international and entertainment as well, and how we wrap up on the entire news segment. Now, before we go, a quick recap of our headlines. The Chief Executive Officer of the National Blood Service, Dr. Justina Kodai-Mensah, has said the bank is in dire need of blood to save the lives of patients. A father of 4 who has recovered from the coronavirus disease in Ghana on Thursday recounted how he was diagnosed with the disease. And some residents of Korle Gonno in Greater Accra have expressed their concern over the restriction